Hi guys, I'm Max Israel, founder and creative director at Y.Chroma. Y.Chroma is more than just the clothes I make. It's a system, a plan. My goal here for all of this is not just to make great clothes. It's to put those clothes in the context of a system, right? Something you can execute every single day. Everything I make here fits in that framework. You can see it in all the product tour videos, that kind of thing. Understanding it means that when you get dressed in the morning, you know exactly what you're going to do to get the desired outcome. Getting dressed is no longer a stress for you. In fact, you look forward to it. Now listen, some people might actually think this is kind of dorky, what we're doing right now, right? You're sitting here watching me explain a system for dressing cool. I know there are some people for whom dressing well and looking effortlessly cool was just automatic, right? But for most of us, it's actually not. It's like anything else we've mastered at this point in life. It takes thought and practice and work. Listen, most of the guys who wear my stuff are like me, Generation X. We're all the way from our 40s to our 60s. You're my guys, I designed for you. And when this clicks, I really think you're gonna love how you dress. So let's get a look at it. Over the next 10 minutes or so, we're gonna cover 3 things. First, picking the right shoes and how that drives your look. That's the first thing you do, guys, and we often get it wrong, so let's make sure we get that right. Second, dressing in 5 steps. Everything I have for you fits in one of those steps, so let's get this right and then things just flow. Third, how you use color. This is so important, but I make it easy for you. I'll introduce you to 5 pre-designed color families we've got for you that you can use to build your whole wardrobe and have it just look amazing. Everything will work because we designed it to do that. Y.Chroma really gives you several looks, but any look starts with the shoe you're wearing, right? You can wear the same exact clothes with different shoes and the look will come off totally different. Here are 4 types of shoes I want you to have in your wardrobe. They'll work great with just about everything I make, and they'll give you plenty of great looks. First, you need some classic sneakers, or what my friends in the UK call trainers, or even a running shoe, right? You can wear just about any outfit I make with a fresh set of these, and you're gonna look great, right? These are not, by the way, your gym shoes. They must always look fresh, new, and clean. That's kind of an important part of the look. Some call this the successful skater look. It's a great go-to look for our generation. Here are some photos of the guys. Look, these are pals of mine who live here in Lisbon, where I live. They all wear Y.Chroma a little differently, but just look at how it works. But Max, you say, I don't skate or surf, right? Doesn't matter. Our generation were skate and surf pioneers in the 80s and 90s when we were young. That's why this look still looks fresh and just great on you today. Second, you need to have 1 or 2 pair of boots, like these Red Wings or a polished pair of hikers in your kit. Check out how some of the same looks have just a more rugged look simply by pairing with a boot. It's what my daughter Lauren once called urban Italian lumberjack look. Funny kid, and she was right? You need this in your playbook because on those weekends where you could be traipsing through the park, or if the weather's just bad, those fresh new sneakers will just look a bit out of place, right? The third shoe you need is a cool dress shoe. Guys, this is not your funeral and bar mitzvah shoe, okay? A cool loafer like this works great. I really like this brand. It's called Officine Creatif. They make this cool, distressed look. Just look at it, right? Laceless here, a little distressed there. You just look more business, but you've got some edge to you, and that's exactly what I want. I like a sockless loafer or dress shoe. Look at how professionally dynamic this looks in this photo here. Looks kind of fresh, looks kind of cutting, like it's got some edge to it, but boy, it looks business, right? I almost never wear socks, right? I'm either sockless or in winter, I wear the low hidden quarter socks, right? If you guys do wear socks, don't wear cute socks, statement socks, or any of that stuff, okay? That was I guess, a thing for a while, but I really hope you'll think twice before putting on those Dilbert cartoon socks or Garfield socks. You're here to look strong and sexy, not cute or childish. And the last thing is sandals or flip-flops. Guys, Y.Chroma's surf roots mean that pretty much anything I make will look good with a sandal or a flip-flop. Just keep them looking nice, right? That vibe you're going for is hanging out at a summer rooftop party or a friend's afternoon pool party. Whatever you have on, just keep them looking new and fresh looking, especially these cool looking, but not very expensive flip-flops like Havaianas. They're great. And listen, we'll talk about this more in a different video, but when you do sockless anything, make sure you moisturize the hell out of your feet, ankles, and calves, right? Nothing makes you look like the shuffling 100-year-old man more than scaly, ashy skin around your ankles, right? So let's get that right. So once you have these 4 types of shoes, you multiply the number of looks your wardrobe gives you many times over, and you're ready for all kinds of situations, work situations, weather, that kind of thing. Okay, so you have in mind which one of those looks you want and you picked your shoe. Now just look at how everything flows from there. We dress from the ground up in 5 steps. You'll see that I organize my products this way on the website. My pre-built wardrobes all follow the 5 steps. Here they are. Look at the whole graphic. This is basically how I think your closet should be stocked, right? You should have pieces from each of these little squares. Now, some of you will need more of this or less of that, but these categories are the building blocks of your great new style. Let's start from the bottom of what you're wearing. So the first row of the graphic, right? Step 1, pants. By the way, a little spoiler alert here. I'm coming out soon with a line of shorts and swimwear, which will also live at this level. Get on the email list and stay tuned for that this spring. There are 3 categories of pants I want to see in your wardrobe. Anytime you see me come out with a pant, I'll always tell you which category I designed it for. First, a do-it-all lightweight pant. For a lot of us, that's going to be our go-to pant, right? You want one that makes you look amazing. My Skyline pant is a great fit for that. Second, a rugged weight pant. That's especially smart looking with those boots we just talked about, right? Or if you're at the cabin for the weekend. And third, a low cut pant. Now, you might be wondering about this one, but watch the product tour video on the lo-fi pant. A couple quick photos here at Well, you can kind of get a look at why I think you need at least one of these in your kit. Step 2, core shirts. Listen, these can be what you wear on top all by themselves, right? So they need to be great. They're very often the thing that people see when they see you. So no shortcuts here. But you can also layer them under something from step 3. I want you to have an impact base layer like my Henley tee. Such an important piece. You see them quietly supporting all kinds of outfits, and you see them stand alone too. Then a core casual shirt, like the Sevilla shirt. Think of how the old version of you would put on that old polo, right? This is what you're wearing instead of that. Much cooler, much more dynamic. And lastly, a button-down shirt. A great button-down to replace those old Oxfords is key. Check out my basic work shirt. You'll love what that does for you. Definitely want you to have some of those. So that second layer, especially when the weather is nice, can have you pretty much dressed and ready to go. You're done and dusted and ready to walk out the door, right? But if you want to layer up, either for warmth or for dressiness, that's step 3. Shirt cut jackets and sweaters. These are the things you wear over the stuff in step 2. They work outdoors, but you can also wear them indoors. They're not outerwear like jackets. That comes later in the next step. If you want to be able to dress it up, think twice before grabbing that old blazer. Try a shirt cut jacket like the Varial. They're just really cool. They're really premium looking and cool, and they're what the new you wears, where the old you used to wear a blazer. Winter or even on cool spring and summer evenings, you also want a light sweater play and also a strong sweater. Mine, by the way, aren't scratchy wool. They're the best Pima cotton yarn in the world, so I wear mine year round. Step 4, jackets. This is outerwear, right? I've got some cool options for you here, and I'll keep adding each fall and winter to that library. Finally, step 5, finishing essentials. I've got some new sunglasses and accessories I think you'll really love. You'll see me continually adding to this because accessories done right really do help season the whole outfit. That's kind of the mark of a pro. I want you to be able to do that. Okay, so let's bring this all together now. Now let's talk about color and how we make that work, and about ready wardrobes. There are some of you guys who are gonna have everything you need right now, right? I make my clothes in a carefully designed color palette. Here it is. Some of you will look at that graphic and say, got it, I know what components I need, I'll take it from here. But for a lot of us, we want to go a bit farther. We want the complete plan. How do we do that? We do it here. You'll see on the website that I have a series of ready wardrobes. What are those? Let's get a look at it. Thinking of that graphic here representing your closet, we've set up 3 types of plans for you. You decide which one you want to start with. Essentials, the basics to get you started. Foundation, the core pieces you'll need to augment what you have now. And full wardrobe. You have a complete wardrobe ready to go. Then we went into our color palette and created 5 different color versions, different versions of the same wardrobes. Now I've lived in 5 cities and each one gave me its own inspiration in my life. So I've named each wardrobe color palette after one of those cities. Take a look, I think you'll see why. Which one of these is your favorite? Which one works best for you? Well, let's just see how it feels, right? But also share the page with someone and ask them what they think you would look best in. That kind of feedback, especially just being really honest here from someone you're either romantically involved with or maybe somebody you'd like to be romantically involved with, is just good stuff to know, right? And it's good to have somebody else's perspective on that. In each case, I'm making sure your wardrobe is anchored with those classic military colors that will never go out of style, but I'm also giving you some impact colors aligned with just a handful of those colors that are on trend right now in the fashion world. That last part, you don't want a ton of the current it color in your wardrobe, right? You want just enough so that people know that you know what's hot right now, right? You don't want to be running around like a kid riding his first 2-wheeler. Now, there are no rules here, right? This is just my experience in the mix I think you need in general. If you live in London, you'll do some tweaking to this versus the guy who lives in LA simply because it's warmer there, right? But working within the color family that feels right to you, you'll know it all works really well together. It's automatic. If you want some help on this, reach out to us by email or using the chat feature on the website. Myself or one of my stylists can offer some help and help you build out your kit. Guys, enjoy exploring what I've made. Enjoy the videos. I have a lot of fun with those. And above all, enjoy dressing well. I think you're really gonna love your new look.